presents a challenge. I mean, it's small businesses definitely have upside because they're not optimized, but you have to become an expert in the niche, and you've got 3 different niches here. And I'm seeing like you've got a workshop for artists, built by design, a construction company, and a hat maker, kind of haberdashery kind of deal. So how do you become like your fingers in the business and become a niche on this? What are you doing?
I mean, what's integral to that is one of our primary duties, which is hiring a great operator who knows the industry well and supporting them in building a great management team and giving them a long-term runway to being successful, right? So in other words, if Adam and I had to become experts in the general contracting business, the electrical contracting business, and custom hat making, we would certainly fail. we can't. Now, we've come a long way since our ownership of each of those businesses, getting to know those businesses, working with the management team to identify the levers for growth and value and helping them focus on that. But our job is to be that hands-on advisory board that we were with Taylor Cooperative in the early days, which is help our operators and management teams identify what to work on, put a budget together, develop a cohesive strategy, and meet with them regularly to make sure that we're moving the needle on that. So it comes down to this process of almost letting go, right? And not being in the trenches in every single one of our businesses, and instead entrusting and empowering the operators that we plug in to go do that on our behalf and work alongside them to be successful.
Yeah. So how long before in the workshop SLC did you find somebody to run that? Because it's pretty small revenue, not enough revenue to actually pay a general manager. How long did it take to find somebody?
Yeah. So in 3 of our 5 businesses right now, we kept the original operator or the original team in place and promoted from within to allow them to step up and
right.
And so that's what we did with Workshop. That's what we did with Built by Design. And that's what we're currently doing with Tat and Barrett, our hat maker. And so that's not always the playbook. It kind of depends on the seller, right? And what infrastructure is already in place. Sometimes the seller is like, hey, I want to step up and continue running the company alongside Decada Group for the next 3 to 5 years. Others are like, hey, I'll give you as much time as you absolutely require, but then I'm out. And our job is to figure out where they are on that spectrum and build a plan around that.
Yeah, let me ask you about that, because a lot of people, what happens is if you say, it's either the number one guy goes, okay, I'll sell you and I'll stay with you for a while, but I want out because I'm burned out. But then you take over a lot of the duties that he was doing, the hats he was wearing, and now he's a lot freer to do what he actually likes to do. How many times did that happen with your 5 acquisitions?
That is one of the most relevant. Yeah, that is one of the most relevant topics of conversation when we meet with sellers, and we meet with sellers regularly here in our community. And oftentimes, whether they're staying on or not, the way we try to position Decada Group and help them understand the role that we play is, as founders, we understand and honor what you've built and the legacy that you want to maintain, first and foremost. Second, we can bring to your small business a breadth of resources on day one that you haven't had the ability to afford, whether it's, again, an HR process, a head of marketing, a head of finance, and we can come in and we can provide what you've always wanted to provide and help give it that jet engine fuel to help it reach the next level. And third, if you want to stay part of that, we'd love to work alongside you. If you want to take 2 bites out of the apple, we'll give you some liquidity to acquire the business outright or majority today. And if you want to build alongside us, we're happy to build a plan around that, assuming there's chemistry and alignment between us. So whether they stay on or not, that's what we try to position early on in those conversations.
I hope this video has inspired you. If you need help buying your first $1 million business, make sure to visit me at DEALFLOWSYSTEM.net. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe down below. Comment on it, share it, tell everyone about it. And thanks for watching.